Sea of Thieves is a game. There's water, there's fishing, there's sharks. I mean, that's pretty much a lot of things that are in games. And the one thing the Sea of Thieves does have is Uncharted Islands. Stuff the game does not tell you about. And here in this video, I'm going to be telling you about a couple of them. And by a couple, I really mean three. There's only three, and we're not going to count the shroud breaking, story, because that doesn't really count, because you do discover that and the game tells you. So for our first island that we're going to talk about, it's going to be N13. It's going to be right next to one of those Spanish forts, and it's not going to be a very impressive island. It's just going to be a little bit of like three little slabs of island. Now, the only impressive part about the island is underneath it. When you go down, you're going to see a sunken ship, all cool like. But the most important thing about this is that there's an underwater cave system. You just got to look for the little ancient stones and just swim a little bit, and you're going to find it. Now, there's not really a lot going on. It's just kind of more like a vibe, like a really cool atmosphere and stuff. But it's still really interesting to think what they could do with this area, or what you and your friends could just do if you want to, role play as pirates, which who doesn't, Next island we're going to talk about is going to be K13, which I'm pretty sure everybody's probably seen this island while they're sailing along in the sea, but it's going to be like these bunch of giant rocks all pointed toward another giant rock where there's like a little hut on top of it. And it looks pretty cool. And actually my first thought when I saw this island would be like, what if they had an outpost like this? Like if you just spawned in a weird little makeshift kind of rock island thing like that. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool. That's just me though. And of course, just like the other islands, there's a place to sit. Thank God, right? And if you go up and just follow along where the hut is, you're going to see that there's a couple of merchants. And if you have played PvP before, you probably remember who these merchants are. And you're going to start realizing, holy shit, wait a minute, is this what I think it is? Seems like this hut is actually just the old PvP Sea Dogs area that we can now see and visit. And if you look a little bit through like the window, you can kind of actually see the old PvP waiting room, which is pretty fucking sick. I really like that. With the exception of like a couple of jump puzzles, there really isn't much to this island, but I still thought that it was really cool that they kept this into the game, especially since I kind of miss PvP and I am one of those people that wish they would keep it, but that's besides the point. I hope Rare does something with this island, or at least the hut, or something about it, but for now, this island just remains a little totem of the past, what once was, and hopefully one day we see PvP again. That'd be sick. And for our final island, it's going to be on K9. Now this one is just going to be a crescent-shaped island right next to some giant rocks. So this island has a couple of cool stuff to it. The first one being that you can look and see that there's two skeletons across from each other, one with a sword and one dead on a rock. And it seems like these two might have had a battle of something, or maybe an epic battle, or I don't even know, but your mind can run free with all the stories. It's pretty cool. There's also a sunken ship that seems to be either a galleon of some sorts or maybe something bigger. I'm not really sure. But if you look around, you can find a lot of treasure, a good amount of treasure in the water. And finally, the best thing about this island is that there's a dog on the island. A mystery lone dog just waiting for you to sit right next to it. Isn't it just the cutest thing you've ever seen? Or, you might have already bought this on the store, but for me, I have a monkey, so I kind of like looking at this dog. And those are all the Uncharted Islands in Sea of Thieves. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like or a comment. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.